Okay, hey. Sorry about the long wait. I was getting everything ready to go. Nobody's in here just yet. So I guess I'll just doodle until somebody shows up. Oh, hey, Rob. We're not so frozen today. Yesterday was like there was snow everywhere, and now there's no snow.
I'm here.
Also, Ty is here.
What's going on? It's just Rob, right?
It's just Rob so far.
Good day.
How was your weekend?
Oh shit, it's Rage.
Oh shit, it's Rage. I'm glad you guys could show up on a weekday. Rob, since you were the first to show, I guess you get to tell me what to draw first. Oh, nice. Rob had an unplanned D&D session.
God, I wish I could have even a fucking planned one.
Right?
We live in a black hole now.
We do. It's really hard for friends to get out
Yeah,
here.
in terms of real friends.
I'm not even sure I have a drawing of my D&D character on this computer anymore.
Where would it be?
Oh, on that key that I can't find.
Oh. I might have that drawing somewhere too. But my computer is dead, so who knows? We will never know.
A lightning bolt striking a humanoid silhouette. Oh, okay.
Like Blanca. Blanca makes pound cake.
Rage is asking computer stuff.
Oh, hang on, let me read. I have no idea. I've been relying on the knowledge of strangers on Twitter to run me through some tests, but those people keep disappearing, and I'm left for days with no answers. The last thing I tried to do, we've got it pared down to just motherboard, power supply, CPU, and on the recommendation of a stranger from the internet, leave one RAM in it. I tried to. I see this. I know. I understand computers in as much as like you can slot things in and out of them, but we're getting down to like the low level shit I don't understand. I was going to Q flash the BIOS, if that makes any sense, and what I was told to do was to put just the BIOS file with nothing else on the root of a small USB stick, rip out the CMOS battery, and put the USB stick in and power it on, and that was supposed to reflash the BIOS. And that did nothing. So I don't know if I did it wrong or if it genuinely didn't work. But basically what's happening is that the power cycle's on and then off again. It's on for like 2 seconds and then it turns itself back off. And then it's on for like 7 seconds and then it turns itself back off. Rinse and repeat. And the only thing I can glean from it with the case open is that the LED indicating which of the two BIOSes, because it has a backup, on the board is on, alternates between power cycles. And we've got it down now to just the motherboard, the CPU, and the PSU, and it's still doing it. And so at this point, could it be anything but the motherboard at this point? Everybody who seems to know anything about, anybody whose opinion I would trust with this sort of thing so far who has come forward seems to think it's a BIOS problem, but I can't get the thing to stay on long enough to even determine whether or not that's true. And I'm wondering, with my stupidity with this kind of thing, like, could it be anything else at this point? Could it be the PSU that's just frying out? And if so, why is it doing it so regularly? And if this is a BIOS issue, the first time this happened, I was playing Monster Hunter about a week ago, and it froze mid-game until I turned it off, and I would get this power cycling happening, but then it would turn on after a few cycles. So if it was a BIOS issue, though, and the BIOS did somehow, accidentally flash itself or something, wouldn't it have not just been a binary thing where it worked and then it didn't? Why would it let me then play otherwise if it was a BIOS issue? I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to replace because we really don't know what's wrong yet. I have no fucking idea, and I'm not a computer hardware person either. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We're in the middle of a fucking Kickstarter fulfillment. I'm terrified that it looks like I'm a charlatan who just took the money and then, oh, there's been a problem. I don't know when I can fulfill this. Bye. The timing is very, very strange for something like this to happen. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of stuck. Well, I don't really want to take it to a repair place because I do have the skills to put a computer together if I have to. I'm terrified of doing that because computers are still a tiny bit mystifying. Rob, I actually haven't checked out the video yet because it actually didn't load on my phone, so for a long time I didn't understand what you were telling me. So I will check that out later. Thank you for reminding me. But the Twitter app that I use, in DMs, it doesn't show videos or GIFs. And so I'm left contextless, so I only got your text message, so I didn't get it for a minute. But then later I was like, oh, fuck, maybe that was a video. And, thank you for bringing that to my attention again. I will check that out. What was I talking about? Repair place. If I have the parts, if I, even a new motherboard, it'll piss the hell out of me installing it because computer parts, particularly when you get down to the motherboard and stuff, they have so many clips and screws and weird feats of engineering and things that click and rub up against each other, and you need little pygmy fingers, and I'm a giant man, so it'll be difficult, but I can do it if I have to. So if I could save the no doubt hundreds of dollars it would take, because we can't fucking spare that right now. We can't even buy new computer parts right now. Let alone have somebody else deal with them. So as soon as I know what the problem is, I can do it myself. I just need to know what the problem is, so I'm not accidentally spending a couple hundred more, perhaps, on parts that I don't need to buy. But beyond that, I can plug things in. It'll be fine. It's just, I don't know what the fucking problem is, and it could be one of the very few things that are left. It's either a motherboard problem or it's a PSU problem. I don't think it's a CPU problem because I'm pretty sure the motherboard can still work and turn on and exist independent of a CPU. It won't let you go to an operating system or anything, but it'll at least turn on and be like, hey, there's no CPU. Fuck off. So I don't know. Oh, true. Yeah, there are maybe places that will diagnose it for free. In the past, when I've done that, they diagnose it for free, quote unquote, and then whatever they have to do, the fee that the diagnosis actually cost is folded into whatever repair costs. So if they diagnose it and determine the problem, and then you're like, no, you don't have to fix it, you still have to pay for the diagnosis. So computers don't get free healthcare in Canada, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's remarkable how I don't know fucking anyone in real life that I could call upon for computer hardware shit. Matt, kind of. Because he has
speaking of,
he has built a PC. Technically, he knows, God, about as much as I do about computers. But like, he's successfully done it. He knows. I don't know if he knows how to troubleshoot something this low level, but he's built a PC. He knows at least that much. I don't know. It's really, really frustrating. I feel farther away from my goals than I ever have before. We are still literally like 6 months from the comic coming back, and that's if we started today. And we still have to do this fucking book. If I ever have to do this process again, I shoot myself in the face. From now on, it's publisher or no book. Oh, maybe. My experience with that in particular is we're not saying anything until you bring it in because they don't want to be legally liable for anything they tell you to do or not. So they demand to look at it in person. And we don't have a car, so I'd have to take my giant tower on the bus. I just realized.
Yeah, or we get Mom to come down.
She was just here last week. I can't keep asking Mom to come down here.
I don't mean to derail the conversation, but Rob, no, I would not charge you the same for DJ Doll to clean this up. I would love to talk to you more about this stuff. So we'll chat later about that.
Well, Rach, I don't know, because like it's obviously different per place. And I have not even started to check out the computer places around here. So like, yeah, maybe I'll find somebody who can deal with it. I'm also mentally preparing myself for my big backup plan, which is buy a new computer. Not looking forward to the almost $2,000 I would have to spend to get that. Then again, my RAM, which is shitloads, and my graphics card, which is old but serviceable. I mean, they still work, presumably, because we can take them out as variables in this problem and nothing changes. So I assume that the RAM and the graphics card are fine. So there's, $700 right off the top of a new PC. Nah. I'd have to buy a new copy of Windows because I'm sick of living off pirated Windows. Yeah, new motherboard. Can you move a CPU to a new motherboard? Because they have so many hundreds of little pins, like...
I don't even know. I don't know.
Risk bending something so bad.
This was fun.
That looks great.
Rage, it's your turn. Rob, that was a great request. We'll talk more about making this a commission.
Sweet Jesus. Yeah, no, I gotta, the guy who is currently, quote unquote, helping me with the problem, I did check his Twitter. He has not. Oh, bookmarks. More bookmarks.
Okay.
He has not twat since he last twat to me. So I assume the only reason he hasn't gotten back is he has been away from his computer. Nevertheless, sitting here with nothing to do is irritating. I did take T's PC from her room, and I was actually just about to hook it up before the stream started. So I kind of have a temporary solution, even though it'll take a little while just to set up her PC to jive with my workflow. I'm not willing to fuck up her computer with pirated Photoshop, so I'm probably just gonna finally cave and subscribe to Photoshop. Which means I'm also gonna have to subscribe to InDesign to make the book files. So that's a treat. Fucking $20 a month just to do my job.
We really don't mean to be such bummers. This whole thing is I cannot believe the timing.
We're in a terrible financial place right now. But we'll figure it out. We got it.
I'm glad Leo has stopped barfing.
Yeah, that's good. Or he barfed today in a place we haven't discovered yet. But I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I like this idea of like the bookmark, and then like Ash breaking the bookmark.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, that's good. I like that.
I gotta get good at drawing Ash again.
Really fast. The problem is I can't because I don't have a PC. Oh, make back the cost. I see what you mean. Well, the very first time I ever opened commissions, I had in my PayPal $450 in under 30 minutes. This is pretty good. Now, the problem is the second time I opened commissions, I had $0. So it is extremely volatile, and who knows? It could go either way. I mean, I would say also I hate doing commissions. I'm not nearly as adept at it, at fulfilling requests as Jen is, but not like I have a choice right now. So yes, I probably will open a couple up, but I would like to know where I stand on, what I actually have to buy to get this to work again. Which may be forthcoming. God, I'm really hoping we get like our fucking stickers in the mail, or we could get to work on pins later today.
Yeah, we'll look at pins later.
So that I have some good news for the Kickstarter people on Wednesday.
But yeah, we've I mean, just in case you guys haven't seen the updates on Kickstarter, which I'm sure you both have, but like for anybody else watching out there, we did order patches and we ordered stickers. They're both presumably on their way. Well, not so much the patches.
She'll tell us when they
Yeah, but soon.
the patches look great.
They look so good. I was so pleased. I couldn't believe that they were able to like hit all the tiny lines of the logo.
Yeah, that's usually a problem when my art is reproduced.
The stickers are going to be amazing. Who do we use? Was it Sticker app?
It's Sticker app, yeah.
Sticker apps. They got their act together. Like it's a little easier to tell them what areas you want to be hologram now. So those are gonna turn out really nice. For pens, who was it? It's like a crazy URL. I can't remember who it is.
Some Chinese company.
Yeah, they're overseas, but their prices are pretty amazing. So it's just the waiting game when your pins are done. And we have a local place here that we're going to get the prints through.
We should probably contact Blitz and make sure they can, in fact, do exactly what we want.
Yeah. And then there's a couple of
if their prints look like what we got from postcards, that is unacceptable. We're doing art prints. We're not doing
Yeah,
fucking flyers. We need a higher resolution than that.
Yeah. But there are a couple of other places in town that do nice prints. So there's other places we could check out if that doesn't work out.
That's true. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I don't put patches on anything either. It's just they are kind of coming up as like the next big thing in like convention merch. People seem to generally just go for them now. So we figured we could probably sell the rest of those pretty easily. I am excited for the pins.
Yeah, me too.
Especially because we're getting like that more metal look than just the straight enamel.
Yeah, I'm
That's
excited
gonna be
about that.
very nice.
They're going to be really nice. I've also been working on what Kickstarter sketches I know to do right now. One of them was a group of what is it? Carnivorous Ewoks.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who messaged me during the Kickstarter and was like, "Yo, can I just for the sketch? Can I just have this?" I was just like, I mean, you took the initiative to ask, so yeah, why not?
If it
Just
wasn't
go for it.
too complex, like if it didn't meander too far from like the example, then yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Rage, I'll be starting yours soon, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. Rob, yours is also on the plate next. What? Oh no, no! I'm excited to do yours, Rob. I don't quite know where I'm gonna go with it. Beyond row, but I'll figure it out. It's gonna be great. One guy asked for basically just a young doll again, like the one that I had been posting on Twitter all over the place. So, but I changed it up a little bit, but that was pretty easy. He and his daughter read RS together. I thought that was so cool.
The fuck was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was somebody out in the hallway, I'm guessing. I like this bookmark idea.
Yeah, this is good.
And then you could just like be little blue bibs in the black. That's neat. I like that.
Nah. Glowy olives. Yeah, they're kind of olivey, aren't they? Personally, I do not like olives at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of olives
Not a
either.
fan.
I don't mind them when they're like minced, so that you just kind of get the olivey taste, but not like the whole olive.
Yeah, I get that. I like that with onions. I don't like eating them, but I like the taste of onions.
I've also always kind of wanted to turn. I think it's in Sketches. Oh shit, it's not in there.
Steve Buscemi?
We could turn Steve Buscemi into a bookmark.
I don't know.
Damn, I thought I had it just a crop. The what cab panel, I thought would always be kind of fun to turn into a bookmark. The way they're stacked.
Oh, yeah, it's still a little wide.
It's wide, yeah.
Oh, is there a difference between olives? I actually didn't know that. I'm not an olive guy.
I don't know. I don't think I have much experience with the green because the only time I've ever had olives was when they were on pizza. The panel in which Doll is turning around and saying "What, Keb?" like before
Stinky.
before Stinky's head explodes.
It's page 71.
Yeah, no, I have the crop. There it is. Like if I were to, oh, Pete's sake, that one. Like if I were to move them around a bit, I could probably turn that into a bookmark. Very easy.
Yeah, it's so wide.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I move them around.
I would just redraw it at that point.
Yeah, I like that panel a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's the buffet. Oh man, I want to draw. Oh shit, I'm on a cat. Who's that? Oh, it's Colby. Sorry, Colby. Go back to sleep. Anyways, I was gonna say I'm gonna go for some drawing.
I know you hate my setup, but do you want to?
No, well maybe.
You do like the battle babies,
I'm sorry, battle babies.
the young versions of
Who?
Ro and Zir and Hal.
You are the second person to suggest a Mac Mini. Why? And why specifically because Photoshop CC? Chris Grind also suggested I get a Mac Mini. It would be good enough for work. Would not be good enough for games. Though, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Whatever gets me working fast enough again. And honestly, I would love OS X again. It's so much better than Windows. Macs are absolutely not generally worth the cost, but OS X is a superior operating environment. Yeah, no, I mean, it probably, so long as I wasn't bogging it down with too much else, I probably could get by with a Mac Mini. Do we know how much they cost?
Mac Minis? I have no idea.
Because my last Mac, my computer before, the one that just died, was a Mac Pro, and I'm still in debt. 2008 was when I bought that, and I am still in debt for pretty much the full amount for that computer. Like in addition to like, my school debt and everything, I lived off a credit card for a few years. But yeah, I do not want to pay anything like that again. That was, God, all told, that was, I want to say $4,000 something, and it was a wonderful machine, and I got a lot of use out of it. See, that's the other thing with a computer is that, like, not only do I need, oh, that's adorable. Not only do I need, like, something that's decently powerful, given my work, I push whatever I'm working on extremely hard for extremely extended periods of time every day. Like we're talking like up to 14 hours with like all the RAM trying to handle Photoshop. Yeah, $1,000. That's what I was worried all this would cost. I will look into it though, because you know, for the price, and honestly, just to have a Mac again would be very, very nice. And they're cute too. They're like these little. They're barely bigger than this. They're really small.
How do you work on that?
Well, you plug it into a monitor and a keyboard and probably a Cintiq.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought Mac Minis were like their own little contained thing. Never mind.
No, that's the iMac.
Ah. So yeah, I don't know. I like this.
Yeah, this is cute. We really should think about having something like this for conventions, because it is a cheap and easily replicate. Well, cheap, yes and no, because something like that Ash one, we would have to get die cut, which would significantly boost the price, but it also makes it a more, you know, professional kind of premium looking product. So
Yeah.
it's probably a good idea. I really need to get used to products requiring like die cut lines and shit when we go to submit artwork.
Yeah.
Because I really want to get like stickers that have the actual logo, like literally break the border of the sticker and whatnot.
We almost got our patches that way, but it turned into a bit of a complicated request. So like, whatever.
No, it'd be really funny, and I this kind of wouldn't work unless Rising Sun got like really, really popular. Which remains to be seen. Frankly, I can't understand why you guys are fans now. You don't even know where the story's going. Thank you for being fans, but like that's a lot of faith in what may turn out to be dog shit. But I guess we'll see. What was I talking about? Yeah, if Rising Sun got like really popular, it would be really funny, and I don't know if the audience would understand the irony of making like Looney Tunes style merch, where like they're just in basketball gear for no reason and like looking really unnecessarily mean.
But no, people would totally get that.
Would they?
With the way that
Like straight up '90s style, like Magic Johnson jersey and really baggy jeans and ridiculously large sneakers. Somebody's got a basketball on one finger. And like,
if they don't understand the reference, they'll still appreciate it for like the whole AU.
No, see that's the thing.
Type.
I want to bypass that AU bullshit completely and just be like, this is a funny cash grab for a very specific niche.
Space Jam in it, yeah.
Yes, exactly like that. But like not even that, like pre-Space Jam, where you would just literally be able to buy a T-shirt with Bugs and Tweety and Sylvester and Yosemite Sam and the Tasmanian Devil in basketball gear for no reason. Or there's that other one, that Metal Tunes shirt, where they're all leaned against a wall wearing like leather jackets.
Or dressed in like rapper, like baggy clothes, like rap.
That's this crossover with the basketball thing there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like that sort of thing, and then the type like the typography on it is just bullshit because typography was just bullshit in the mid '90s.
We can make no fear T-shirts.
I kind of want to, because even the phrase "die trying," like you could parlay that into just like angry eyes and Calvin peeing on things.
Oh my god, our ages are showing.
So I'm sure everybody here is around that like late 20s, early 30s. Surely none of you guys are younger than that. Like, don't we know how old?
I thought.
Didn't Rob just turn? I want to say 29, 30, something like that. Yeah, like a big bulldog with a decadent collar around his
Oh my god.
neck. That's my request. Do it.
A decadent bulldog?
Well, no, I just mean like if Kev had a dog.
Okay. Okay.
Ends with a 0. What, your age? 800. You're a vampire. Yeah, way better than the bookmark fucking around I was doing yesterday. Yesterday, last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. I like your stuff.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so now we're doing a bulldog if it was owned by Kev.
Wait, why? Oh, I guess I asked for that, didn't I? That's stupid.
Oh, it's fun.
No, I guess I gotta just embrace the fucking AU thing. I just my problem is I just hate when creators. I mean, this is a personal preference thing, so nobody has to listen to me. Whatever. When creators are so committed to the fear that leads them to procrastinating on their project, that they're just like, oh, here's what they'd be like in high school, and here's what they'd be like if they were all hard-boiled detectives. I couldn't think of anything. And like, it stops them from actually doing the project. They just get so wrapped up in the like my characters for no reason. It's like, no, tell a story with those characters and they'll like them. And I don't want to fall into that. Just personally, I would rather deal with the discomfort and misery that comes with actually doing the work and get a good story out there.
I think in a lot of ways it's how to still have fun and enjoy your creations without falling into the monotony of...
I've got so much shit to design, I don't have time to think about what they'd be like in high school. I got real in-universe shit to work on. And so do all these other creators, and that's why everybody's always like, the world of Rising Sand feels so lived in and detailed shit. So, yeah, because I'm not fucking busy with their, like, prom night. Like, I'm not worried about their fucking dress designs and shit. I've got so much to think about, like, in the here and now of this story. I'm excited about the real thing. And yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to work on it at all, but, like, I do it because the alternative is, learning to... developing that bad habit of just never getting around to the real thing. It's like, no, I refuse to do that, except for right now where I don't have a computer, so I've just been playing Smash Brothers almost non-stop for 3 days. I've had Smash Brothers for 3 days, and it's already been on for over 20 hours. Because a lot of it was just kind of like wallowing in depression and not even really paying attention to what was happening on the screen. And then I just kind of woke up and all the characters were unlocked. Not all of them. There's still a couple that are prickly.
I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Okay. Bulldogs have that. They're kind of like...
Yeah, they're kind of like that. And they have the it's the opposite of penguin toad.
Pigeon toad.
When your feet face each other?
Yeah, they're pigeon toad.
Why? Pigeons don't do that. If you're pigeon-toed, it means one of your feet is fucking mangled and gone. Don't you find it odd that so many pigeons have like a missing foot?
Actually, no, I don't find that odd.
If you look at like any random sampling of like 4 pigeons, more than one of them will have something wrong with at least one of their feet. Like something like enormously disfigured or like just missing. One of their feet will be completely visually fucked up. I can't tell if that's like, did we do that? We're probably responsible for that, right?
I have no idea.
Like surely if something bad is happening to animals, it's probably humans' fault. Except pandas. They deserve it. Pandas decided they weren't gonna fuck, and so, you know, whatever happens, happens, man. This is actually really great. I almost don't want you to do anything else to him because he's so good. I also like this as a, like if you, oh, I like his little chest flute.
Oh no, he's got.
Oh, right, yeah. God, what was I talking about? Yeah, we should design like a, like I like this. I know you were going for like actual bulldog proportions, but it kind of looks like it's just a really, really squat humanoid.
Yeah, it does.
And it's just some sort of primate-like thing might be fun.
I think I'm getting a cough.
Don't get a cough. Have you tried not getting a cough?
Have you tried eating a butt?
Yeah.
We were just talking about that, how like the most popular name to give your dog is what, Max?
It's Max.
It's Max.
Max is the #1 dog name.
And Fido was.
Fido is, I think, 2 or 3. But Max is the most common dog name in, I think, North America.
I've never owned a Max.
It's either North America or the United States.
I've had a Scooby. I've had a Sarah.
Scooby is another unimaginative thing to name your dog.
I've had Lexi. Appa.
Our dog's name is Meg. I like Zoe. That's
Oh,
good.
Zoe's a good name.
Our dog's name was actually Ming, but when my parents got her from the original owners, they didn't want to confuse her, but they also didn't like the name, so they changed it to Meg, so that she wouldn't really notice the difference. And then she went crazy.
Aww.
And she did this thing where she would pace around the basement from the freezer that my parents have in the basement
Yeah.
to that hot water heater, and she would just pace back and forth for hours, like frantically,
Oh.
like she was scared or something, like for hours, for like 5 hours, and then like sit down for like 20 minutes and then get back up and do it some more. Yeah, she totally lost her mind, and it was unfortunate because she was a wonderful dog, and she and Annie got along so well.
Annie is Ty's family's cat.
Well, she's dead.
Well, she was what 18?
She was 18, and she was a fat old lady.
She was the most craggy cat. Oh my god, she was just so funny.
And her, you know what her meow reminded me of? Mac's mom from It's Always Sunny.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, Ty's cat smoked like 2 packs a day.
Like it sounded horrible whenever she meowed. She was good. I should probably. What time is it?
3:52.
Oh, okay. I'll get Monty's food soon.
Yeah, we still got half an hour before we have to do that.
I do like the cats.
Aw. I'm sorry, Rob.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to do that at least 3 times.
Yeah, all our cats are around the same age, so they're all gonna start falling apart at around the same time.
Yeah, we think we're in dire financial straits now. Once our cats start falling apart simultaneously.
Like, I'm pretty sure Colby is a couple of years older than Leo. And he's...
And Leo and Leah are practically the same age. More or less. Leah's 2007.
Yeah, Leo was 2007 as well.
Okay. They're the same age. Leah's just fat.
Hello, poo-poo.
You're fat and have tiny legs. You look like a Garfield. Leah is the proportions that Garfield would be in real life. Garfield would be bigger, I guess.
Yeah.
But Leah's just this like sphere with tiny little legs.
There's your bulldog.
That is gorgeous. That is utterly gorgeous. It's beautiful and sweet. That's another figure of speech, turn of phrase that I directly got from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Beautiful and sweet.
Whenever I call something beautiful and sweet, I'm quoting Dennis Hopper.
Oh Jesus.
When they're in the de-evolution chamber and Dennis Hopper is explaining what de-evolution is to the Mario Brothers and the audience, and Bob Hoskins says, God bless him, what single cell organism did you evolve from? To which Dennis Hopper answers, Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Lizard King, thank you very much. And then says, whereas my evolution was beautiful and sweet. Your de-evolution will be a living nightmare unless you tell me where that meteorite
Oh
piece
my
is.
God, that movie.
So beautiful and sweet. I got from the
I
The
didn't
Mario Brothers
remember
movie.
that, so I should watch it again.
What single-celled organism did you evolve from? Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'm not gonna get into this.
Legendary single-celled organism Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'm not gonna get into this. Do you guys want to see a commission I'm working on?
I love that movie so much I made a fan comic called Rising Sand.
Trust the fungus.
The guy who runs the Super Mario Brothers movie archive follows me on Twitter, and I think he follows me because I think he might genuinely believe that Rising Sand is a Super Mario Brothers movie fan comic.
Really? Yeah, you joke about it enough.
I think he also just really appreciates that I do have extensive knowledge of that movie and appreciate it and champion it all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a commission for my mom, who is going to give it to a friend's daughter who really likes my work and is crazy about zombies and likes unicorns. So she's getting a zombie unicorn.
It's pretty freaking great.
I like it.
Leah, you are beautiful and sweet, like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Lizard King.
But yeah, I got it. That's a companion piece to a zombie Care Bear eating a unicorn. So,
Which then became the zombie unicorn.
which then became the zombie unicorn, yes.
It's like a little story.
But this kid, her favorite thing in the world is Walking Dead. And she likes unicorns and Care Bears. So.
My favorite television programs are Care Bears and The Walking Dead.
If I were that age, yeah, that would probably be appropriate. Like, correct for me as well. I would love Care Bears. I still love Care Bears. I like the Care Bear cousins more, except for Funshine Bear because he's amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The yellow one.
No, I don't know the difference between cousins and
They're all the animals that aren't bears.
That doesn't make sense because fucking Braveheart is their leader.
Well, he's special.
How the fuck did a second tier Care Bear, like, was there a coup? That one of the cousins was just like, oh, yeah, brother. However he talked. I remember he has like a wrestler kind of shit. Yeah, brother, I'm taking control. He's not even a bear. How did a non-bear? Or I guess that just proves how much we have yet to go as a species. Like, look at me being a racist, being like, he's a lion. He's not even a bear.
No, it's not for you. Every once in a while, Leah will come up and try to smack my stylus out of my hand. Because you know him as Nelik Nodge. Taught her very, very bad habits while he was living with Ty.
Yeah, John lived with me for a year. I don't know if we've ever discussed that. He is very Irish.
He's so Irish. I miss him. I miss having him around. But
He lived on my couch for a year.
God, I lost track. Rob, it's your turn again.
Playing video games with him is frustrating as hell.
With Jock?
Yeah. Yeah, we tried to play through new Super Mario Brothers Wii, and he is an agent of chaos. So he would just put on his best Luigi voice and just fuck with me.
Can you not?
Leah's just on your stuff now.
Can you get off my stuff, please? Don't. Get down. Get down.
The lights just flickered. Is that normal?
I don't know. Oh, that was on the scanner. Or the printer. It's fine.
No, the lights flickered. Like
Oh.
the room lights flickered.
Oh, I don't know. That's something we haven't had yet is power outage.
It's power out. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that day because given how quickly they get around to fixing problems in this building, we are going to be in the dark for weeks.
Okay, stop. No, not for you.
It just did it again.
Okay, so if we suddenly disappear, it's because our power's gone out. In the meantime, yeah, Rob, your turn. An Undertaker with an axe.
Like the Undertaker?
Like the wrestler or just...
an Undertaker.
An Undertaker.
It should still be the Undertaker. It's just, the lights are just flickering. What is going on? Or are those fluorescent light bulbs? I can't tell under that
I'm not sure.
shield thing that they're under.
Faceless hooded person with an axe. Okay.
Oh, like a executioner kind of deal. Delay. Yeah, this is like a regular thing. Oh, damn. Has this shit been happening the whole time and I've never noticed? There it goes again.
Huh.
I'm just gonna try something.
Oh, piss off, Mobius.
What?
Mobius is so good.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now you're dead. How was that? Orb retweeted us. Our stream.
Oh, our secret person. I wish I knew who they were.
I still haven't ruled out one of you guys.
Do either of you have a secret Twitter
Well,
account?
they're not going to tell us.
Well, they should.
Which means, of course, each of them is guilty.
I'm on to you, Rob.
Oh my god.
Oh, this looks cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's one thing Tyrell did not fuck up. He went several years in a row for Halloween as Pyramid Head,
That's pretty cool.
and he killed it really hard. He did a really good job.
There was a at Phoenix Comic Con. There was a couple that went as Pyramid Head and one of the
One of the
nurses, and they were incredible. Like neither of them ever dropped character, and she would kind of sit by her table and twitch, and it was amazing. It was so good.
That's cool.
She was so in character that she would get other people from outside the con to ask me for commissions for her because she couldn't ask me herself because she was always in character.
So how did she tell other people to ask you
Well,
for her?
Outside the convention. Like
What?
outside. While she was indoors, she never broke character.
Yeah, but how did she tell them?
Outside the convention.
What? So she would, instead of asking you outside the convention, she would ask other people
Yeah.
and then go in, and then for some reason now unable to tell you what she could have just told you a few minutes ago.
Well, no, because I was busy setting up my table. She wouldn't have caught me outside.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, she had to like a friend or somebody that usually wasn't in costume and would.
I think my mental map of this situation is different
Okay.
than what it should be.
Uh-oh.
What?
Tim Curry's alive right
Yeah.
now. The only reason I ask is his cool box art. Twat. The cover of a game featuring Tim Curry, and they're usually vaguely topical with the stuff that they Ding Dong post.
Like he's had a stroke or something, but that was.
Oh yeah, he's not doing well,
Yeah.
but I think he's alive. Yeah, seems it's fine.
Let's get some heads in there. Let's draw some heads.
Oh, okay. He's just in a wheelchair now.
Yeah,
But apparently he has recovered and he's still doing like voice work and shit.
that's wonderful. Yay! I didn't know he was doing that well. That's good. He is a celebrity I'm not looking forward to losing.
Any minute now. He was going to be the Joker in Batman the Animated Series,
Really?
but he was too hardcore. So they had to go with Mark Hamill.
Well, I mean, I love Tim Curry, but like, Mark Hamill knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it did.
Yes! Mighty Max! Yeah! I forgot he did voice work for Mighty Max. Ah!
Who was he in Mighty Max?
The Skullmaster.
Oh shit, yeah. Those toys were the best.
I love the toys. The cartoon was like part of my daily ritual. I loved the cartoon.
We were too poor to get channels that would have that as a cartoon.
Yeah, I can't remember what channel that was. But it was like every morning before school I would watch Mighty Max and Biker Mice. I've been afraid to go back and watch it because Ninja Turtles burned me so hard. Like, I want these cartoons to remain amazing in my head. Rob, this request got dark. I was like, let's put some heads.
It's pretty great.
Okay, yeah, I might have to go find Mighty Max on YouTube then. Rob said found the skulls.
Yeah. This is really good. I dig it.
Thank you. I lived in England when I was 5, 6, and 7. My dad was stationed at one of the Air Force bases there, and one of my most vivid memories is when we all went to London one day, or for like a week, with family. Like they were visiting us, so we all spent time in London. Anyway, we went to the Natural History Museum, and one of the first things in the lobby is a T-Rex skull, and that always just stuck with me. But we also went to Madame, what is it, Trousseau? Trousseau?
The Wax Lady.
The Wax Museum. we went there, and they had like the whole torture chamber part stuck with me as a kid. Oh my god! And there's a part with Marie Antoinette and King Louis where you can see like their decapitated heads that were used with like the or made using like the actual masks and stuff that Madame, is it Trousseau? Anyway, she was actually commissioned to do the death masks for Marie Antoinette and King Louis, in order to like kind of get a get out of jail free card because they thought she was like part of the resistance. So she did this work to be in the good graces of like the government and whatnot, and she didn't lose her head. So I always thought that was really cool. Anyway, that display of like all the severed heads, you could see them on pikes and whatnot. It always just kind of stuck with me. And is one of the reasons why I love horror so much.
Hang on, sorry, I'm on a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Tim Curry here. Toxic Love says it was written by Thomas Dolby, as in she blinded me with science. Thomas Dolby.
I think so. Yeah.
Holy fuck yes. Yes, that Thomas Dolby wrote multiple songs in Ferngully.
Nice.
He also wrote the Batty Rap.
Oh. I don't think I would admit to that.
I believe that more than I believe Toxic Love. Like, I'm like, yeah, the blinded me with science guy definitely would have wrote that. God damn. No, it's just, they call him a one-hit wonder, but he wrote that Hexas song everybody likes. Where Final Fantasy Boss sings a song about rain.
It is a great song.
He's got one of those masks you can get at the dollar store on Halloween, where it's just like red with like a black face to make it look like it's. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. He's a big fan of Scream, okay?
Oh, did Scream have that?
I don't know.
I thought Scream was like
No, it was a ghost face.
the Edward Munch Scream thing.
Rob's like, draw me an executioner. I'm like, okay.
This is pretty rad. I like it a lot.
Yay. Yeah. Rach says he plays the air guitar in his axe after every beheading.
Oh, definitely.
Look at him. He's into it.
So given the time period, it might be air loot.
Air loot. Rage, it's your turn. Oh. Have a miserable day. Ugh.
Don't worry about it.
My favorite dino from the front. Oh wow. Okay.
What's your favorite dino?
Raptor.
Which?
Which raptor?
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
No, I'm alright. There's like ostriches.
You mean Oviraptors?
Sure. I was excited because apparently Ferngully inspired a 1992 video game. But then they said it was by Capstone, who just makes shit. And it's actually a digital coloring book, which is like double shit.
Oh.
And also the kind of shit that Capstone makes. I was really hoping there was just like a shitty platformer. Because I'd play that. You know, I've never seen Ferngully 2. We should get Ferngully 2.
I haven't seen it either. We should do that.
Ferngully 2, The Magical Rescue. Features none of the previous voice cast.
Not surprised.
I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to get Samantha Mathis. Like, what the fuck else has she been in? She did Ferngully and literally the next year did Mario Brothers.
She
So
was.
it's like, come on.
She was. What is his name? Fucking Punisher. Thomas Jane. She was Thomas Jane's wife in The Punisher.
Yeah, but we're talking mid-90s. She was like 25 years old. She wasn't doing anything yet. Sorry, I'm trying to get the plot summary here. Krista, now spelled with a C for some reason. Or was it always spelled with a C? I thought it was a K.
I thought it was always a C.
Oh, then maybe I'm just full shit. Is taking care of 3 baby animals. She and Pips, which I think is the red-headed man fairy. Poachers arrive and capture the 3 baby animals. It sounds like it's a going to the big city type of sequel.
Oh.
That old thing. Voice cast. Oh, Jesus. This is so zealous voice casting. Very, very few of the voices even have, like, links to their own Wikipedia pages. Ouch.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And Matt K. Miller had the unfortunate task of trying to live up to Robin Williams.
Nat K. Miller.
His most notable credit is the lead role in Tenchi Muyo.
Oh wow. That's a great anime, by the way.
He almost exclusively does voice work for anime.
Okay.
And even then, he seems to only play like bit roles in anime. He did play two bad guys in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Garbage Mouth and Parrot Top.
Ugh. I forget the name of Bryan Cranston's Power Ranger villain.
I don't remember.
It was some sort of guy who like shot snakes out of his mouth or something. This dude looks great. I'm gonna check out my broken hands. Is he doing gang signs?
No.
Like bloods.
This is wrong. This is wrong. It's broken. It was more down and to their sides
You
like
don't
that.
need to destroy your desk about it. That's cool though. To see the hands. Like I believe that more. That looks more real.
Is he doing gang signs? The Raptor gang.
Mary's watching all of TNG.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Oh shit! It's getting dark.
No, you're pretty much right, Rob. I beat the hell out of my own desk.
I'm gonna go get Monty's food.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
it's almost time to feed Monty.
Why must you do that at this time?
We think Leo has figured out that there's another cat that comes by every night because he tries really hard to be at the window now. Yeah, Monty's amazing. He's super big. He's got such a lovely poofy like neckline. Like this guy. This guy's got a lovely poofy neckline. I don't know what these feathers are. He's got bad head.
You're a big sweet lady.
Okay, I may need to guard against Leo's tyranny for a while.
Yeah.
Leo's kind of figured out Monty's schedule, and so he makes it a point to start sticking his head out the window exactly where Monty shows up about the time that Monty is slated to show up, which scares Monty away from the food. So I gotta kind of... I stuck the vacuum there as kind of like a totem, because Leo is scared of the vacuum, but it doesn't seem to scare him until I move it.
You could entice him in here with cat treats.
Where are the treats?
They're in the living room. Uh-oh.
Why are they in the living room? The hell do you want? Besides delicious treats. Have delicious treats! Oh shit! You too, delicious treats!
Now I just want to draw rafters.
Say what?
Now I just want to draw rafters.
Colby, you have delicious treats! Now they each have delicious treats. Beef secrets. I guess they're not exclusively beef anymore. We got the...
No, they're beef, chicken, and tuna, I think. Treats. Surprise treats.
Surprise! Myriad secrets. Flavors unknown.
I like this raptor.
He's so delightful. Why do you draw the boingy feathers? Is there evidence that they had boingy feathers like that?
No, there's no evidence. I like the boingy feathers. Yeah, yeah. We call the beef flavored ones beef secrets. I don't remember why. That's just a thing.
Leo, don't eat hers. You had yours. You had your own. You are a terrible man. Yeah, I don't know why we call them beef secrets. Except that's a funny phrase. And we had chicken whispers for a while.
Chicken whispers. That's
Like
right.
the chicken flavored ones. Chicken whispers. And beef secrets. Secret beefs. Oh, for God's sakes, Leo's walking right back out into the living room.
And then shut the door.
Well, it's too late. He's already out here.
think that's exactly what they whisper. Today's stream is dark. Yeah. Yeah. Here. We'll move him up.
Sorry I'd come back, but he is utterly hell-bent on going to that window.
If you could get him back in here.
Right.
Rage called me out on a tangent. It's awesome.
Oh, nice. Fuck tangents.
Yeah, the other raptor's butt was like down here, so it looked like this tail belonged to him. So I moved him up.
No, that's good shit. Where's our stupid garbage cat?
It's only 4:35.
Yeah, but I mean, cats can't tell time. So I would imagine just because it's darker earlier, he might show up a little earlier.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It's usually right about this light level that he shows up.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, these turned out really good.
Thank you. They're very incorrect. It's okay.
Who gives a shit?
I give a shit.
Spielberg should go back and correct Jurassic Park so that everybody has feathers and fat and good hands
Make the raptors half as big.
and make them small. Tiny raptors. I forget the D&D term. Diminutive. Diminutive. I think that's the smallest. Creatures come like 7 sizes or something. I think diminutive is the smallest. Or fine. Fine is one of them as well.
In D&D?
Yeah, one of the
Oh.
smallest sizes is fine.
Do you want to draw for the last 20 minutes?
Yeah. Let me find a glove. Oh shit, I think this one's right-handed. Yeah, it is. Whatever. We'll just draw until my hand breaks. Alright. It me, drawing on a computer I can barely use again. Today. Oh, that's fun. So you're doing like a Jurassic Park worked for once? I guess we're trying again, Dolph. Gandalf was like, "Hurr!"
Oh my god. Rob, that's amazing.
Right?
Also, you're welcome, Rage. Thank you for making me draw that nose.
Not in Clip Studio because it has that built in. And I mean, I guess I technically do use it in Photoshop, but ever since using Clip Studio, I don't really use Photoshop for drawing anymore, so it doesn't really matter to use it in Photoshop now. But yeah, it's a really good program. They've actually retweeted some of my drawings before. Or they. It's probably one guy.
CSP thing?
No, Lizzie Nizumi.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Which is Japanese for mouse, by the way.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
Like the animal.
Yeah.
I don't know if... No, I don't think they do. However, I was using a different program for Mac that did the same thing. I can't remember what it's called. What was it called? There's a Lizzie Nizumi equivalent for Mac that's like drag pen, something pen something that is the same program. And also, yeah, CSP is for Mac, so it'll be fine. One thing I would be very excited to have back for Mac is ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow was a broadcasting / like screen capture app that also had like a built-in like editing mode, like movie editor, and it was by far the simplest I've ever used in my life. And since I never really need to do fancy stuff with editing, and I'm pretty good when it comes to just like time editing, it's really all I need, and it's free. So I'm excited to have ScreenFlow again, if I do end up getting a Mac. Gandalf's like...
He's the one that zapped that guy I drew earlier.
When I read The Hobbit as a kid, I always imagined in my head that Bilbo was just a garden gnome. So there's Bilbo Baggins. I guess garden gnomes have like what, like belts. And the dwarfs were more like actual like Warcraft dwarfs, but Bilbo was a garden gnome.
He would be a garden gnome.
$100 fire emoji. It's crying, laughing. Oh, I guess we need a B.
Why would you do this?
I think Thorin specifically was Asterix. I don't know how to draw Asterix. Oh, that's a fun thing to draw, like characters from memory.
We did that. God, a few years ago.
He has a mustache, and then he's mostly nose. And he's got like a tiny little hat. But I think the hat has like gigantic wings on it. We have a book of it, like in the living room. I should probably know this.
It's all in French.
Tiny little body. Yeah, that doesn't. The pictures aren't in French.
I'm not saying that.
I can't remember if he has like boots or something. And then I think because his name was Oakenshield, I thought he had like a big shield. Oh, there's a tangent. Whatever.
Hey, I fixed my tangent.
I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less. This setup is terrible for me. Everything is made right-handed, so it makes it extremely difficult for a left-handed person to survive. Yep. That's a sketch. And there's other dwarves as well. You know that texture in Doom 2? That's just the like wall of souls. And they're kind of like, That's the other dwarves.
Did somebody request Canva?
No, I just started drawing as soon as I got the... This one's kind of bored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, whatever, etc. I don't remember how many there are. There's 13, right? Is it 13? And they all have fun rhyming names because Tolkien was just fucking around when he wrote this book. Oh, I forgot about Hagar the Horrible. What a dog shit comic strip. What a terrible comic strip. That and Beetle Bailey and what's the other one that looks like it was drawn by the same fucking guy? High and Lois. And you swear that all these guys it's just one guy making all these comic strips. They all look the fucking same. Hagar the Horrible looked a little more low effort than Beetle Bailey and the other one I just said.
Blondie.
What was the other one? Wizard of Id looked a lot like Hagar the Horrible. I had a book. I had a collected edition of Wizard of Id at some point. That's the one where there's the little king. He's a tiny little short man.
I remember.
And it's definitely more about the king than it is about the wizard.
I thought we still had that book.
And the collection I had was called The Wizard's Back. And it was literally the wizard facing away from the viewer, and then on the back of the book it said the wizard's front, and it was his front. It was really... I liked Overboard for some reason. That was about pirates, but it was increasingly not about pirates, as they always just seemed to be at a port, but it was like just modern day shit.
Oh.
I always neglected to read Kathy, because Kathy was terrible, and continues to be terrible. Oh God. I liked Zitz a lot because it kind of felt like and definitely looking back, it was more just an aesthetic than humor. It felt like a spiritual sequel to Calvin and Hobbes. Once Calvin and Hobbes stopped,
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, this is Calvin's college kid now, and you could tell Bill Watterson taught that guy to draw, but that is not nearly as smart as Calvin and Hobbes. I'm just talking about comics now, and not even I was gonna say not even good comics, comic strips. Though I mean, really, what is there that is worth saving from that generalized statement? Dad loved Doonesbury.
Doonesbury's good though.
It's one of those things where like there's so much lore to Doonesbury and so many characters to keep track of
Yeah.
that like you need to go back so far to find like a jumping on point. And isn't Doonesbury one of those ones where the creator is like a right-wing nut?
It's pretty political, yeah.
I'm
not sure if he's right wing or left or.
I'm
I'm not sure.
never cared about Doonesbury. When I was a kid, I certainly didn't care about Doonesbury because it was so political.
It's so political. Holy crap.
My parents, I think to this day, have the one about video game addiction taped to the fridge. Because my parents were huge suckers for video games as a sickness back in the early 90s. So I got to play, 1 hour a day. There was one era where they were trying very, very hard to push it even further, where it was like 2 hours on weekends, so that I wouldn't become an addict. Is he there?
No, not yet.
God damn it.
No, I don't even see him.
Oh, I guess I gotta add the skull, right?
You should have the skull.
Oh, hey, I have a note
A note.
that I found on or in my desk. It's sitting on my desk now. Oh, man. God, I miss the original Age of Empires. My disc for AoE is so goddamn old. It has disc rot now, so it's got like literal like holes in the
Aww.
reflective coating. So I don't have Age of Empires anymore, but I would love to play that again. I fucking love the original. And like none of that fucking Rise of Rome expansion or anything. Like legit original Age of Empires with like vanilla, like 1.0 with the shitty AI that is easily defeated. And like I just love the original bare bones AoE.
My second.
Seriously,
Yeah.
wow, that's almost a good idea.
My second stepdad did that with his kids.
Really?
Third. No. My first stepdad did that with his boys. Yeah, they all had to do push-ups for games.
Tyrell, when he was in the very early stages of trying to become an internet celebrity, he would play shitloads of, I think it was Team Fortress 2, and he would do 10 push-ups for every death in Team Fortress. And I mean, you've got to spectate for a while anyway, so it's like it's not a bad idea to do something productive with that time.
Yeah.
But that's a better rule, I think. I think if my parents had been like, okay, you can play unlimited video games, you just have to do exercise. I would probably be super buff right now. I probably would have just pushed through it and just done it.
I only ever played games on the weekend because I always had so much homework that I just didn't have time for anything else except for wrestling.
I
I never missed wrestling.
didn't have much homework in elementary school. Oh, seriously? Telemarketers stop the... Well, I guess, yeah, a phone call would interrupt. Why do they always call when it's fucking dinner time? Or thereabouts. What was I talking about? Video games. You said something about your experience.
You didn't have much homework in elementary.
Oh, right. I didn't have much homework in elementary, and then due to my own brain problems, I didn't bother with math in high school. And since all the answers were in the back of the textbook, I just wrote it up like the morning of when it was due, and just Which is then all the math teachers were like, okay, you got to show your work. So you had to do everything long form. And that became a problem because to this day, I don't fucking understand any of it. And I don't know where I was going with that. I remember the thing that stumped me the most was quadratic equations.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was like, why? Who gives a shit?
No,
Who
that's fair.
fucking cares? And this was back in, this would have been 1999, 2000. 1999 is when I started grade 9.
God.
And they were all like, you're never going to have a calculator in real life. It's like, I'm not going to be doing fucking quadratic equations in real life. So who gives a shit about the geographical location of my calculator? Who cares?
And now we all have phones.
Yeah, and not that. If you're the kind of motherfucker who's going to be doing quadratic equations on the reg, of course you're going to have a calculator right next to you.
Yeah.
Of course you're not going to have to fucking do it. If you give a shit about any advanced math enough that you need it in your everyday life, you are the person who is going to have a fucking Casio right there at all times. So of course you're going to have a fucking calculator in real life. Of course we should get to have calculators with us at all times. Not to mention the fact that they couldn't be blamed at this at the time, but like, we do all have calculators on us. Every moment of every day there's a calculator right there, probably in our hands as we're looking at fucking YouTube videos or like Twitter or whatever.
Well, yeah, but like 1999, none of us had phones.
Garbage.
I didn't even have my first cell phone until my first year of college.
Yeah, I
That was 99.
I didn't have a phone until my second year of university, so that would have been 2005. I think, yeah. No, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I took 5 years of university, or like 4.5, because I wanted a better course load so I could focus on what I was doing more. And I graduated in April 2009. So what's that minus 5? 4. 2004.
Yeah.
Would have been when I started. So yeah, 2005.
Right, because yeah, I'm 5 years ahead of you.
And that was like a shitty flip phone.
Mine was a brick. It was about that big and about that thick. It had those antennas that you pull up out of the phone.
Yeah,
It
mine
amazing.
was. Thank you. Wait, which part? The math part? Are you a math man? Oh yeah, I guess you would be. You're a drafting man. I always forget your job. But I would imagine you probably have to do math. And you always have a calculator, I'm sure.
Monty's here.
Oh, Monty's here.
Monty's here.
Everybody fuck off. Monty's here.
Oh, you guys may hang out with us while we squee about Monty.
Oh, he's such a big man. Good God, he's the biggest goddamn cat.
He's very big, yeah.
But
No,
yeah, I'm sorry that turned into less drawing and more just me ranting about shit. God, I should be a video game streamer.
I always really liked math. I did really well in it up until my final year of high school, and then AP Calculus kicked me right in the ass.
That's actually not a bad idea, especially because it's right next to my desk.
Monty Cam.
Like the spot where he eats, there's... Can I open that window all the way? Or at least enough to where I could like stick a webcam out, nail it to the wall, and just run the cord.
Maybe?
Or I could pop a tiny hole in the screen, just enough to get a cord through.
Yeah.
That Monty Cam is actually not a bad idea. The thing is, I don't have a computer, so I will get back to you on that. But yeah, no, we could totally have a Monty Cam. Holy shit.
Monty Cam.
That's a good idea. And it would allow us to get way better pictures. It's a webcam, so it would be lower quality photos, but they'd be closer photos. So we could potentially get an actual... And like, we could just get a USB extension cord and just run it. We could even run it through the door. We could put it right next to his fucking food bowl. He wouldn't give a shit. As long as the camera wasn't like flashing lights at him or anything, like he wouldn't care.
I want to have a Monty Cam.
Shit, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I graduated with a 69. Nice.
Nice.
In calculus. And that was like unheard of my entire school existence. I never failed so poorly in math before, but it just completely stumped me.
21 of my 32 high school credits were art.
Holy shit.
That should give you an... I told you that before. That should give you an idea of how good I am at math.
I didn't realize it was that big a number.
2/3 of my high school credits were art.
Oh, wow.
I gamed the system so that I could do as much art as possible and as little of everything else as possible.
I couldn't get away with that in Texas.
Because, I mean, like, play to your fucking strengths. I do not understand math. I cannot visualize numbers.
Yeah.
Unless they are arranged. Like, I'm excellent at Sudoku simply because that's not a math problem. That is a spatial... It's a grid problem, and I can see that.
It's a pattern that you recognize. Oh my god, that turned out great.
But like math, the last time I did math was the last time I had to do math, which was, I want to say, the second last year of high school, and I got a 53, and that was with a tutor, specifically focusing like an hour a day on me. And I just don't get it. I just don't get math. Like, science and shit, like, I understand all that. It's just specifically numbers I have enormous trouble with.
He's still eating.
Of course he's still eating. He takes 1,000,000 years to eat.
It doesn't look like he tries to kill the kibbles anymore.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, he's definitely changed the way he eats from, like, hold still while I rip your guts out to, like, a cat eating kibbles. Like, he's cute and sweet and like snuggles up to the bowl and just like dips his head in and just eats like a normal indoor cat.
We should give him more catnip tomorrow.
Yes, we should. We should also be out there like spraying our disgusting scent on everything so that he understands that these are the people who feed him.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we could go out.
Yeah. Yeah, we should go out tomorrow. What do you want? You want to pee? I'll let Leah out because Leah doesn't look behind the curtain.
Oh my goodness. You guys, thank you for hanging out with us. I'm gonna kill the stream now. But
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all amped up and just ranting about whatever.
It's okay. That's why they pay us the big bucks. They pay to listen to you rant.
Hear me talk about math.
But yeah, I will get you your sketches probably next week. You know how I do. So thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, guys.
And we will talk to you on the internet.
I will let you know how the computer thing's going as well.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Okay, love you, bye!